What's up, everyone? It's DTC, Dudes Talking Comics. We're back. I'm TK.
And I'm Maurice.
And today we're going to be talking about our top 5 movies. We were talking about it this whole week, trying to figure out, where can we agree on what are the top 5 DC and Marvel movies?
Yeah, pretty much comic book movies that have come out on the big screen. It wasn't an easy list. There's a few that can easily be number 1, number 2, number 3 to 4, 5. You could flip it around. This is what our list is. So, is it debatable? Of course it is.
Of course, it's always debatable. It's a hard list to come across anyways. So.
Yeah. But it's going to be pretty hard to top our top 5. What we would like you guys to do is comment below with your top 5. And then we could go kind of like back and forth. Healthy debate. Number 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much go through this and we're going to say why. He'll talk about a little bit of why he thinks it does. If I agree, we'll just go on to the next one. But our number 5 of our top 5 is Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yes. That movie was so great. Like, you didn't even have to have all these superheroes, all these like crazy superpowers going against each other or whatever. It was Captain America versus Bucky. And that movie was great. The elevator scene was my favorite scene.
Yeah, that was one of the pretty... That's probably what video we're gonna do is like top like fight scenes. That's pretty much one of the best ones, especially toward the end when Bucky and Captain America first see each other on the road. Is it the road scene?
Yeah, on the bridge, kind of. The road scene.
Yeah, that's the scene when he gets hit and his mask comes off, and that's when they kind of like see each other. But that whole scene was just like action packed. But Captain America, Winter Soldier, I love like the little dark theme. Would you agree that that's the first Marvel movie that had like a little bit of a dark
of
darkness
course.
to it?
I mean, there was always that thing about DC being dark and Marvel being light. And I feel like with this movie, they went towards the dark side, which they needed. They needed a more realistic story going around, not just like, with bad guys and villains and stuff like that. I had to go in depth, and they did it. And I thought, it was awesome.
And here's the thing about this top 5. I'm going to just add on to this. What is the top 5? What makes it a top 5? Yeah, great movie, great storyline, great characters. But when the movie's over, do you want it to be over? Do you want it to continue going? 2-hour movie, do you want 3 or 4 hours? That lets you know right there that when the movie's over, you're like, wow, I didn't want this movie to end. So number 5, Captain America, Winter Soldier. TK, which was number 4?
Number 4, Avengers. Avengers is number 4, no matter what anybody says. I mean, it's gonna matter because of the debates, but Avengers was just a great movie. It brought everybody together, all the superheroes we ever read in comics, not all of them, but the Avengers themselves. So seeing Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, I don't care, but all these characters come together, Thor, and I just think that movie was great. I think that there was no they made the team and the movie itself was great, and Loki was awesome as well.
Yeah. The movie made sense, and the cool thing about it started off with the solo movies. Of course, as comic book fans, we're like, oh man, is that going to be too many people on one screen? Are they going to get enough, time to?
Of course,
and it worked. Quick side story for that movie. I'll never forget that we got into the movie theater. We had the whole row. This was in the city. And I remember that before the movie was going to start, we were so excited. We got the seats that we wanted. And we just started like high-fiving and clapping each other. And then we allowed cheer when the Avengers...
The whole row. I don't know. A whole row for us in New York City is like about 28 seats or something.
No, yeah, maybe even more.
We was just there just owning that theater. And it was fun.
Yeah, and just in general, what the movie meant is why it's in the top 5 of our list. Was it like the best script and everything? Some people debate that it probably wasn't, but what the movie meant, it's in the top 5.
Just seeing everybody. I think it was just seeing everybody in the big screen just got me.
How about this moment when Thor lands on the little Quinjet, and I just remember all the ladies in the movie theater screaming. One of the most dopest parts is when Iron Man and Thor is going at it,
scene,
and then he blasts Iron Man, and it kind of
boosted him up.
He's like, oh, okay. Them going at it was awesome. Then when Captain America came in with the shield, and they kind of cleared house. There's so many dope scenes.
Now that I'm looking at Captain America's costume, is pretty.
Each movie, the costume gets better and better.
Yeah.
But Avengers number 4 of our top 5. So number 5, we got Captain America: Winter Soldier. Number 4, Avengers. Number 3, what we got?
Captain America: Civil War.
Come on.
That that was pretty hard. This list again was really hard to make, and we spoke about it so many times, and this is what we got. I mean, everybody could have their own opinion. Will have their own opinion. But
Yeah.
Civil War, come on, like we had the whole panel comic book scene. I know that was towards the end. I know I'm jumping, but that's all that sticks in my mind was that fight between Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah, and you can easily, when a movie is made correctly, you can easily pick sides. You can see Iron Man's side, you can see Captain America's side. It's just a comic book movie, but there was a point. Like, we read the comic book, we know what was gonna, like, sort of happen. Again, movies do change things, but when Captain America, this isn't a spoiler, the movie came out years ago, so don't even come with that. Oh, thanks for spoiling. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, God.
24-hour rule.
Get off the channel.
Yeah, get off the channel. When Captain America and Iron Man were going at it, and when it looked like Captain America was gonna like decapitate Iron Man, we knew it was gonna happen, but we were like kind of like, oh my god. That lets you know that they did the movie just on point. They just did it, correctly and everything. And
yeah,
it was deep. It was deep.
It was deep, and that's just the story part. We're not even talking into the characters that were in it. Until the characters that were in it, like we had Spider-Man appear. Spider-Man appear in the Avengers movie.
One of the characters that we never thought was gonna be in Avengers. They made the Sony deal, then they put him in there, and I remember seeing the trailer. I kind of wish they didn't show it on the trailer.
Yeah.
But that was a big oh shit moment. Which, by the way, we'll talk about in another video. Tom Holland, best Spider-Man, as of now. He disagrees a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
As of now, that was a pretty cool moment. Also, another cool moment. Ant-Man.
Yeah, of course, and that part wasn't in the trailer.
No,
I don't believe
no.
so. I don't remember seeing it.
No, it wasn't.
So that took me. I mean, it's Ant-Man, and I had a thing, but we didn't know. It's again movies, so we don't know where it was going. Mm-hmm. But when he turned into Giant Man, it was just like, oh.
We were like,
God.
oh, I'm 35 years old.
Fight scene.
And I was like, oh.
35.
Yeah, 35.
All right, well, that's enough of Captain America: Civil War because you guys. It's just the movie itself.
Yeah. So that's number 3. So we'll go through it again a little bit later. So that's number 3. Number 2.
It's sad. It's sad.
Logan the movie. Deep. How about this? Let's start off with this. Can you agree, TK, that it was a really good movie that just happened to have superheroes in it?
Yep. You say that all the time. You say that all the time, and it's so true. Like we didn't even I didn't even see it as Wolverine. I didn't see it as, I just saw it as a deep, touching story, and that was pretty cool. And I like that. That's the point that got me on that side. And then my comic book,
Well, yeah,
part just came out, and I was like, Wolverine.
Like, I'll be honest with you, the comic book storyline of Old Man Logan was the comic book that kind of got me back into comic books. There was some years I took like a little break, so I got excited when they were thinking about making this movie. Of course, it didn't follow the comic book. At all. It took maybe one little thing here and there, but
him being old,
that's pretty much it. Look beat up, they look weak, they look just a shell of themselves, and then watching it on the big screen, it's kind of like, damn, we grew up watching them at their peak, and look where they are now.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's since X-Men 1, you remember how young he looked, how his body wasn't even formed.
We didn't want to see that. We didn't want to see that, but that's what caught us. And also the mutants were all gone and everything. Deep movie. That's why we have it at number 2. Will Wolverine, Hugh Jackman come back in other, movies?
We don't know.
Do you want him to come back, or you want it
Nah, just go out with this one. Go out with Old Man Logan or Logan, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think that's it. Now we got Tom Hardy. He's gonna play everybody now.
Let me tell you something real quick. Tom Hardy is a great actor, but everybody wants him playing every superhero role. Every time it's like, who's gonna be this one? Oh, Tom Hardy. Who's gonna play that role? Oh, Tom Hardy. Oh, Tom Hardy.
Spider-Man mask comes off. And
Tom Hardy. Well, he's gonna be Venom, so he got close enough.
Yeah.
I would have loved him to be the next Wolverine.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect.
We said that. Yo, it's crazy how long ago we said that. I think it was during what movie did he make? The Warrior?
I think it was
some movie.
The MMA movie.
Yeah,
The Warrior.
The Warrior.
And he also came out in Inception. Great actor, has the physique, and it would fit perfectly to be the Wolverine. Another thing about Logan, last thing we'll talk about, we got the Wolverine that we deserved years ago. Badass, Berserker Barrage, kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Professor X curse. So
that
was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was it's a great movie.
He was tired of life. Oh,
yeah,
man. And then the story behind him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind Professor X. But this is it. This is the moment. We're up to number one.
Number one.
What is it?
Number one. I mean, I don't think it's debatable.
I mean, who's
Could
gonna
be.
debate? I mean, we could fight, but
I mean, number one is The Dark Knight. I think it's the only DC movie on our list. Oh no, I'm pretty sure it is the only DC movie on our list. The Dark
That hurts.
Knight. Christian Bale's Batman, which is the second movie in the trilogy.
yeah.
Yeah.
After Batman Begins comes
Yeah,
Dark Knight.
Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and then
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight Rises, which was whack. Wait. What are your thoughts on The Dark Knight?
Dark Knight. First of all, let's give respect to Heath Ledger. He was the man. My favorite Joker ever to play on screen was Heath Ledger, and I loved him for that. And just his scenes were just, it was all about him, and I feel like it was good. I mean, Batman had his cool, there was a point where Batman goes into he flies into the building, into that thing, starts whooping up.
Oh, that was great.
Like, that part nobody talks about, but
Yeah.
I thought it was freaking awesome. I thought it was cool.
He has to beat them before they actually kill the hostages.
Yeah, and they were switched around. too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I thought that was a whole cool setup. The scene when Batman flies into the building and he starts whipping everybody.
Yeah, because I think he's running out of time because they switched around the hostages.
Yeah, and then
to
the
actual
story,
guy.
like, you have control to blow up that shit.
Oh,
With prisoners.
yeah.
Like, that whole thing, like, you see, this is why we're so into DC itself, because their storylines are so deep. I'm not saying Marvel, comic book, Spider-Man's comic books are deep. All these other stories are deep, but I feel like DC always, like, just gets me to that point, like, oh, damn, this is real right now. This is where it's at, and I feel like The Dark Knight did that. I feel like, Heath Ledger's Joker was, like, just crazy, like.
And to add on to that, just letting you guys know, yeah, our top 5 mostly has like 4 Marvel and 1 DC. We want good DC movies. We're rooting for them to get it, together. Yeah, Wonder Woman did very well. Batman vs Superman didn't do so well. Actually, I liked the movie. He liked the movie. We are hoping that things get turned around, and probably, you never know, maybe 2 or 3 years from now. Hey, I'm waiting for that Shazam movie. So far, so good. Maybe a few of them will pop up to our top 5. But The Dark Knight, like, I remember watching the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson and thinking how great of a job Jack Nicholson did. What's so funny?
That scene where he takes out the gun and
See, there's little things in the movies that I know it's just movies and it's like, it's not real, but how is my man Batman on the Batwing, clipping and taking all the balloons full of poison and stuff? He's flying toward the Joker. He ain't gonna kill him. My man takes out that long ass gun, shoots one bullet, and the Batwing crashes. Come on, man.
I mean, it was a different age. Now that I think about it, what superhero movie was good during that time?
There wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just that age where just.
I'm just saying, like, one bullet. his plane ain't bulletproof. I mean, it's little things that we could always go back and forth, but it's fun to talk about. But Heath Ledger made me forget about Jack Nicholson, which we were all like, how's he gonna make us forget about him?
But don't
Heath
get
Ledger
us
was a
wrong, we
man-
loved it. We still like the old movies.
Oh no, yeah.
I mean,
Maybe we
it's
should make
like-
a list
yeah.
of top 5 overall
Yeah.
movies because it'll be up there. We got to talk about Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
I just saw the one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, Batman.
Last night. I forgot. I don't want to.
Batman
say
Forever.
It was.
I think so.
Yeah. So.
Which I liked him as
I
the
just saw.
Riddler.
Yep. At
cool.
the end, he was like.
You know, he's kind of
Batman?
like the Joker.
Yeah, I know. Jim Carrey's just an awesome actor. I can't not like him. But
Listen, The Dark Knight, number 1. We'll probably make a video that will solely just talk about The Dark Knight or these specific movies. We wanted to keep the video, simple to the point. That is our top 5. Number 1 is The Dark Knight. Number 2 is Logan. Number 3 we have Captain America: Civil War. Number 4 Avengers, and number 5 Captain America: Winter Soldier. We would love you guys to comment below. Let us know your thoughts, and also put down your list of what you think is the top 5. Healthy debate, healthy conversations.
let us know.
Um,
Down to talk about it.
How about this? That's our top 5. Any honorable mentions? Maybe a movie that could maybe one day bump number 5 or should be on the list.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, there is 2, but I'm gonna go with Watchmen, and that was literally one of my favorite movies of all time. Was Watchmen, just because it had to deal with superheroes. So we're in love with superheroes. Talk about dark stories.
Yeah.
Talk about realistic things and what if superheroes existed during like a war period and stuff like that in real life. You get me? So definitely Watchmen should be noticed, and I loved it, and I'm kind of mad it's not in our top 5.
It's one that could have easily bumped up in there.
Yeah.
You know, the movie makes you question, was Ozymandias correct of what he did?
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of yes, kind of no.
Did Dr. Manhattan have to walk with his...
It was covered though toward the end.
Yeah.
I remember watching. I was like, oh, there it is. But Watchmen, dope movie. We're actually gonna be doing a video later on talking about the Watchmen comic book, which is
Yes.
Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock.
You know, very excited about that. I would say another honorable mention. He said Watchmen, Guardians of the Galaxy. Great movie,
Great movie.
sleeper movie. I don't follow Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, I'm aware of them. I know what they're about, but I never followed them in the comic book. So I went in there into the movie theaters with a clear mind, and I enjoyed the movie. It was fun. It was full of action, a great storyline.
Fun.
Chris Pratt is
Is Star-Lord.
He's Star-Lord.
Yeah.
He's Star-Lord.
Star-Lord,
You know, but those are two of our honorable mentions that can easily maybe bump up number 5, but the top 5 is pretty tough. Other than that, we're pretty much gonna wrap it up right now. Just remember, you guys can also follow us on Instagram, Dudes Talking Comics, Dudes_Talking_Comics. We're gonna try to upload as many videos as we can to keep you guys entertained. Other than that, my name is Maurice.
I'm TK.
We are Dudes Talking Comics. Boom! We'll see you guys maybe later on this week.
Nah.
Peace!